Okay, our next example, we're going to make a magic 8 ball. Um, and this is hopefully a relatively fun example that will use the two different concepts we learned previously with the random number generator RANDBETWEEN function combined with a VLOOKUP. Um, so I also want to copy and paste the values from this rather than type them from scratch. So let's go out to our web browser, and I'm Googling Wikipedia Magic 8 responses. So I want to look up in Wikipedia what the typical responses are in a Magic 8 ball. So you've all seen the little ball with the blue liquid in it, and you shake it and you get this little triangle that gives you an answer like yes, ask again later, um, reply hazy, whatever the different responses are. So I don't know off the top of my head what the different possibilities are. So I want to copy and paste them. So I'm going to go, copying and pasting can be a little tricky in from Excel, from a web browser to Excel. It can kind of vary like according to which browser you're using. So I'm in Chrome here, and I'm going to copy these values that have the 20 different possibilities, starting from it is certain all the way down to chances aren't good. I don't remember that one, but I'll take their word for it that these are the standard Magic 8 ball responses. So I've selected the copy there. I put the little colored bullet with it. And I'm going to go back into Excel, and I'm going to click on the worksheet for Magic 8 ball responses. Now I'm going to add some headings here, and we're going to add a number, an ordered number in column A. So I'm going to paste this to cell B2. So I'm just going to right click and select paste here. I'll double click to resize column B, and we get our list here. Starting with it is certain down to chances aren't very good. And I'm going to put some headings here. Magic 8, Magic 8 response. And then we're just going to make a list, a number here. I'm going to name this heading random number. And I'm just going to make a list 1, 2, 3. I'll center it. And if you select numbers 1, 2, 3, and you do an autocomplete, why did it go to 23? I guess there were 23 different responses, not 20. So there were 23 different possibilities in that Magic 8 ball. It's kind of odd that they said the 20 answers inside a Magic 8 ball are, and then they listed 23, but it's Wikipedia. What are you going to do? Let me just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So these are the possibilities that we're going to work with. So we're, in order to operationalize this, I'm going to go over to the Magic 8 ball, and I'm just going to type a heading called Magic 8 ball. And I'll say type your question below. Maybe we'll make this like an extra wide column here. maybe we'll make the fill color like a light blue, and we'll make the text like bold and big, and that shows up. And this is all just superficial, not really related to what we're trying to do. And then I'll type, here is the magic 8 balls reply. Maybe I'll copy the format. There's this thing called a format painter, and whatever you select, it replicates the formatting to whatever you select next. So I'm going to select column A3, cell A3, select the format painter, and when I select A6, it puts the same formatting. So this isn't going to win any design awards, but let's go ahead and type a question. Again, this is just all superficial. Will I ever meet the man of my dreams? And now the magic 8 ball is going to give a response. So this is where the real work comes in, and it's going to be kind of tricky. So I'm going to center that, and I'll center the reply. So here we want to do a VLOOKUP. So I'm going to enter a VLOOKUP here. And now my lookup here, instead of looking up a value, so in all the past examples we selected a cell reference such as cell A2. In this entry we want to ask them to pick a random number. So I'm going to type RANDBETWEEN 1, 23, using the same kind of syntax that we used when we entered the cell formula in our coin flip, but without the equal sign. So the lookup value is going to be RANDBETWEEN parentheses 1, 23. Our table array is going to be the magic 8 responses. Maybe we should have gone out and named that range. We only have one cell here, and we're not going to be copying and pasting, so I'm just going to select it here. So I'm going to go over to the magic 8 ball responses. I'm going to select cells A1 down through B24. In our column index, we want to reference the second column, which has the responses in. And this one doesn't really matter whether we do true or false. I'm going to type false to do an exact lookup, and I'll click OK. And I get my answer. Signs point to yes. So what a relief. You might have got because your version of Excel is operating independently of mine, you would get a different random number, which in turn would find a different lookup in the list. So I'll hit F9 a couple times. Maybe I'll ask a different question. Will Xavier make the NCAA? We lost a few good players. We may or may not make it next year. Tournament next year. And I hit enter and hopeful yes. They can't predict right now. But I'll hit F9 again. And it says my sources say no. I don't accept that as an answer, so I'm going to shake the ball again. And signs point to yes. I'm going to save my workbook. And we'll be back with some other examples coming up.